The Minister of Home Affairs and Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite says he's concerned about Barbados' ability to cope in the event of a large-scale national disaster. Speaking this morning at the Roving Response Team's 20th anniversary celebrations, Mr. Brathwaite said the country is not at the level it should be.
I am not yet convinced that as a country that we're where we're supposed to be if we're to respond to any type of emergency. And it troubles me. I wake up in the mornings and I say I hope that we don't have any kind of event. When I saw what happened in the Philippines last week, it gave me cold bumps.
And the Attorney General adds that his ministry will be working with the Department of Emergency Management to ensure that each of the 30 district emergency organizations is equally equipped.
But what we want to be able to say is that indeed that all 30 are at an acceptable level, that where there's an event, whether it be in St. Lucie or St. Philip or wherever there's an event, that in fact that I can take or we can take some comfort in knowing that there's a mechanism in place that they all can respond, and that's what we're working towards.
The Director of the Department of Emergency Management, Judy Thomas, is calling on the members of the Roving Response Team to join the district emergency organizations. She was speaking at the Response Team's 20th Anniversary Breakfast Awards ceremony held at the Radisson Hotel. She says the collaboration between the two entities will help in the current restructuring of the community program.
The district emergency organizations in each constituency would need that kind of support which you have, and the kind of expertise that you have, and the kind of leadership qualities that you possess. And therefore, I'm asking you to join them where they are in the constituencies and lend some support to getting them on the ground as we start to rebrand the organization and the community program.
And also at that event, the president of the Roving Response Team, Clive Lord, said the team will be positioning itself to be a responder at the regional level and a first responder in Barbados if the need arises.
Sees itself as being positioned through its training, through its organization, and we will commit to continuing to improve our knowledge and skills that will position the team to be a potentially first responder for Barbados if, unfortunately, the circumstances such as Grenada in 2004 were ever to occur again.
In other news, Prime Minister Frundle Stewart is expressing concern about those occupying positions of authority and influence who are willing to compromise their standards and what they stand for just to remain popular. He shared his view with those gathered for a special retirement function for the former Registrar of the Supreme Court, Marva Clark. Prime Minister Stewart says it's a serious problem facing Barbados today.
Too many people who occupy positions of authority and influence, who instead of setting high standards and insisting that people rise to those standards, are prepared to compromise their standards in order to remain popular.
And in raising a toast to Ms. Clark, the Prime Minister spoke highly of the retired registrar, speaking specifically about her service as a magistrate.
In her court was the master ceremonies very kindly observed. She subscribed to and pursued the highest standards and challenged all who came into that court to rise to those standards.
Well, we sincerely apologize for the quality of the audio on those two extracts from Prime Minister Stewart. Rashida Smith and Rico Bradshaw from St. Joseph have copped top honours at this year's Spirit of the Nation show. At the end of last night's 3-hour-long event at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium, one of the highlights of the local independence celebrations, they were adjudged the most outstanding parish ambassadors for 2013.
Second runners-up from St. George, Tamara Bailey and Rule Ford. First runners-up, Spirit of the Nation show, parish ambassadors, hail from the parish of St. Peter. The most outstanding parish ambassadors for 2013. Hail from the parish of St. Joseph!
St. Joseph is the most outstanding parish ambassador peer for 2013. Congratulations, St. Joseph!
Well, their project entitled ECHO, Educating Communities on Healthier Options, investigated the prevalence of chronic non-communicable diseases, used empirical evidence to educate residents, and created awareness about climate change and CNCDs. It also focused on helping St. Joseph residents adopt healthier practices while promoting the use of breadfruit. St. George was also a big winner on the night, and apart from being second runner-up, parish ambassadors Tamara Bailey and Roll Ford also copped the award for Best Parish Project Presentation. St. George's Kishley Rollins won the award for Most Impactful Performance, and the Reactive Dance Group from St. Michael led the way in the Best Parish Talent category this year with their performance dubbed Culture of Barbados. Sadder news now, and police are probing a shooting incident in the city last night, which has left a man nursing multiple gunshot wounds to the leg. According to police, 25-year-old Jason Doyle of Bayville, St. Michael, was shot in his right leg by an unknown assailant while he was in the vicinity of the old Coleridge building in Bridgetown around 5 minutes to 9 last night. The shooter subsequently fled the scene. Police say Doyle was also reportedly robbed of his wallet, his cellular phone, as well as other personal effects. Lawmen say Doyle was then taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital by ambulance, where he is still receiving medical treatment. The Ministry of Tourism will be partnering with the constituency councils in an effort to improve the Bajan Pride expositions. Word of this has come from the Minister of Tourism, Richard Seeley, as he delivered opening remarks at the pre-independence Bajan Pride exposition at the Belfield playing field. He notes the expos have been getting positive reviews from tourists and locals alike.
It will take the Bajan Expo series to another level, and we look forward to see exactly to what extent this thing can grow and become a national feature and something that not only our visitors but indeed all Barbadians can look forward to.
Seeley says the expos promote community tourism while allowing for several small businesses to be highlighted.
It's important that we provide opportunities again for our business people to make an honest dollar, and I think that this effort at really bringing together everything that is meaningful to us as Barbadians and offering it to those that visit us is extremely important.
There are renewed efforts to tackle poverty in Barbados. The Community Services for the Disadvantaged Social Club is aiming to raise at least $5,000 in the first 3 weeks of December through a dollar drive to be launched in a week's time. President Desmond Hoyt says the focus is helping people living on the streets, the disabled community, and others facing hard times in the lead up to Christmas.
Well, one of them is persons that disadvantaged people who can't help themselves. Persons that are disabled. Sometimes we want to do a Meals on Wheels program to get the on these people on the streets, targeting the people on the streets. Well, so many details. We're looking to help nearly 150 people. Right, we are not only targeting, we're looking to do households and that type of people. And we have 6 people now in our organizations as members. As you can see us on the road in our t-shirts, we are doing our $7 drive. We have t-shirts that will be outlaying in the public so people will recognize the persons who work with the organization.
Well, if you're interested in helping the cause, you can contribute through a bank account set up at the City of Bridgetown Credit Union. The account number is 62280. You can also contact Mr. Hoyt at 228-0385 or 264-5289.